A Hollywood writer is saying it's over for us. Hollywood is over. Hollywood's going to be revolutionized or decimated. This sounds like a Clownfish TV clickbait title, but it's actually coming from somebody in Hollywood, and this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. This is in reaction to the viral AI video of Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt getting into a fight. And I've seen a lot of Walter White videos too going around, but this is Seed Dance, which is ByteDance's, which, they were the ones who made TikTok. Their AI, and it's freakishly good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty
really
good.
Yeah.
And Hollywood's paying attention now because even your A-listers can be replicated. Now, do I think that Hollywood's going to be completely destroyed? No. Downsized? Absolutely. And it's already happening.
We've been saying that for a while now, though. That's nothing we're already saying.
Yeah, so let's talk about this. And they're already trying to crack down on it. And this is a Chinese company, so I don't know, if your Hollywood lawyers are going to have much jurisdiction over there. They'll just make their own. They'll make their own movies. They'll go back and remaster Shang-Chi with a better looking lead, and they'll make all kinds of money.
If they're allowed to, which I don't think they're going to be, but yeah.
So, let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you'll get a woohoo if you do. So we'll start here. Let's see here. This comes from the Hollywood Reporter. AI video of Tom Cruise fighting Brad Pitt has top writer warning it's likely over for us. So it's over for us. So the fifth. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, and people think it's hyperbole. We're like, Hollywood's over. Hollywood, as we've known it, is over. There's still going to be movies, but the way that they're made is going to change. And there's not going to be as many people, and they're not going to be paying the dues. I'm sorry, it's not going to work out for you. The 15-second video depicts the two A-listers trading blows on a rooftop, and the video was posted 2 days ago by Irish filmmaker, I can't pronounce his name, Rory Robinson, who was nominated for a short film in 2002. Robinson pointed out his video was created by, so this is actually a Hollywood guy. Robinson pointed out his video was created by simply entering a 2-line prompt into Seed Dance 2, which is owned by the parent of TikTok, ByteDance. The MPA called on the company to curb its infringement of copyrighted works. In a single day, the Chinese AI service Seed Dance 2.0 has engaged in unauthorized use of U.S. copyrighted works on a massive scale. By launching a service that operates without meaningful safeguards against infringement, in other words, you need to pay us, ByteDance is disregarding well-established copyright law that protects the rights of creators and underpins millions of American jobs. ByteDance should immediately cease its infringing activity, and they're going to say, nope.
Well,
nope.
yeah, but the thing is, it really is, though, because you're using, like stuff. And
and that's the thing. That is the difference here is, like, just because it can do something, if it's your likeness, no. But what I think is going to happen eventually is they'll try to do a workaround. They'll be like, okay, we'll do Tom Cruise, but 25% less Cruise. It's a Tom Cruise adjacent actor that we own. And, I'm just saying. So SAG-AFTRA got into it. The infringement includes the unauthorized use of our members' voices and likenesses. This is unacceptable and undercuts the ability of human talent to earn a livelihood. Seed Dance disregards law, ethics, industry standards, and basic principles of consent. Responsible AI development demands responsibility, and that's non-existent here. I don't think they care.
Probably not, but I think there are going to be laws that can come into play to a degree.
So this is where we get Rhett Reese, who was the guy who wrote Deadpool, Wolverine, and Zombieland. He spotted the video and posted some extensive thoughts on X. Okay, let's see what he had to say. All right, so he said, I hate to say it, it's likely over for us. That's a 2-line prompt. And that, if you showed me that, I would think that was an actual movie. Mm-hmm. I think it's a Mission Impossible or something. You can't even, it's getting
you can
pretty
tell
good.
A little bit, like the way, but.
It looks better than Disney's de-aging.
Yeah, that's true.
It does. I really wish they go back to Tron Legacy and fix Jeff Bridges because he looks really bad now compared to, but technology advances.
The way they're moving when they're throwing punches, you can tell it's a little bit like, not really,
yeah.
it's pretty good though.
it's getting there, right? I mean, that's a 2-line prompt. So can you imagine in the hands of like a VFX artist, that could really work with it, what you could do? I mean, the flip side is if you want to sell your likeness, you're an actor and you want to sell your likeness, you should be allowed to sell your likeness and let them make digital versions of you forever.
Or the rights that they have. Technically, you could probably go. Your AI company can use my face within these parameters or something. But no one's going to do that. It would be stupid to do it.
Well, okay. So the guy from what's his name?
Okay, but that's not an actor.
Kobe Lamb. Was that the guy? Yes. The guy from TikTok? Yeah, he sold for $1 billion.
Yeah, but I don't. That's not the same thing. I'd be worried about doing that because then what can you use your face for?
Tom Cruise in a porno.
I mean, it's going to get to a case where it's like, Face Off, where your face isn't your face anymore, so we have to get a new face.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah, Face Off. There we go. So this guy goes, it looks like shit though. Rhett Reese says in next to no time, one person is going to be able to sit at a computer and create a movie indistinguishable from what Hollywood now releases. True, if that person is no good, it's going to suck. But if that person possesses Christopher Nolan's talent and taste, and somebody like that will rapidly come along, it will be tremendous. We're seeing this already with all this Star Wars AI stuff on YouTube. And that's why Disney's freaking out, why they're making deals, and why they're trying to get people over to Disney Plus. The fan-made Star Wars stuff is better than the Disney Plus Star Wars stuff.
People aren't watching Disney Star Wars anymore. They don't care, but they're tuning in like crazy to watch. I forget the guy's channel, but he does all kinds of stuff and it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, look, and I just did a video earlier today talking about AI and how it's being oversold. What I am always talking about when I talk about AI is it being used as a tool. And this is a guy who worked on one of the biggest Marvel movies of the last couple of years. He's saying the same thing because this person's like, if they had Nolan's, because you talked about, Christopher Nolan coming along, right? If they had Nolan's talent, they wouldn't have an interest in this. This is a storyboard artist. This guy is saying Hollywood has long been a gatekeeper that keeps young and poor people away from creative levers. When a young person with no capital sets out to impress Hollywood, they will use tools like these, and young Chris Nolans will be among them, and amazing stuff will result. That's it. It's only as good as the person using it. And
however, if you're going to use existing actors, you're not going to be able just to do that.
No. And that's the thing. There do need to be, I agree 100%. There need to be some guardrails. You can't just go using people's faces willy-nilly. But I mean, hell, you could come up with your own digital actor that's like, here's our, action hero guy. It's not really a person, but he's, kind of reminiscent of. And then it's going to get tricky because it's like, well, we can't really afford Harrison Ford, so we'll just make, a knockoff Harrison Hyundai or something, I don't know. But yeah, this person says, I suspect I could be wrong that many screenwriters are already using AI heavily in their writing, and many execs are using it heavily in their analysis of writing. So hilariously, all the people are sitting back watching as AI critiques what it just created. He's not wrong, because there's some things, I swear to God, we've watched some newer shows or whatever, and I'm like, that sounds like something that came from AI. Like that line of dialogue or whatever. I'm like, especially the early AI, because you're going to start seeing stuff now that was scripted like maybe 2 years ago or whatever. And it's like, yeah, there's certain tells. And it's like, yeah, it sounds like it's from AI or they're running it through something. But yeah, this is pretty interesting. He's like, yeah, it's pretty much over. When fans start on the video, it looked like shit. He said, no, it's going to be indistinguishable. So they're flipping the hell out. And this is what it's about, really. Because, like, look, I think AI is being oversold as a magic bullet for everything. But he is correct in the fact that
it's going to be harder and harder to not believe that it's a magic bullet for everything when you see stuff like this.
Yeah. It still needs guidance. It still needs guardrails. It still needs, but in the right hands, this is going to be how things are made. And what's going to happen is we're going to have movies that used to cost $200 million cost $2 million to make. Because you're still going to have to hire people to do the foot. And you're still going to have to probably film some stuff or create some stuff or whatever. There's still going to be production involved in it. What Hollywood is freaking out about is, oh shit, if anybody can get in, then that's going to compete with us, which is why they're so pissed off about YouTube and podcasts and all that, and they're trying to take that over too. So what I think is behind a lot of this clampdown. I mean, yeah, it's 100% it's wrong and illegal to use people's likenesses without their consent in movies. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking in general. I feel like a lot of the very, very anti-AI as a tool sentiment is to gatekeep, because only we should have access to those tools. And we're seeing it right now. Disney's out there making deals and Sony's out there making deals.
But the flip side is, okay, no access to the tools, but they're going to be able to do that because they can make the deal because they own the IP.
Yes. But I think that if we have people come along with new IP, but what's going on right now is I think they're actually stoking the fires with a lot of these creatives and, you know, doing a lot of fear mongering, because they're like, well, you know, be anti-AI. As we go use AI, you go throw your peers under the bus for using AI, and you go on witch hunts and whatever and try to weed these people out, because we can't have Jimmy on his home computer making a movie that looks as good as something we just dropped $200 million on.
Right.
Because that breaks the system. And that's what I think they're really afraid of. They just want to make sure they get a cut. Like, look at Disney. They totally shut up. They love the AI. Now they got a deal with OpenAI, and they're pushing Google.
Dana Walden's going all in on AI.
Yeah, people ignored that. During the announcement of Dana Walden being the chief creative officer, whatever the hell she is over at Disney,
she's chief creative officer and president.
Her job is to basically go all in on AI, which means they're going to go all in on AI in movies. And again, it's not that using it is bad per se. It's they don't want you to use it because they don't want you to have access to those tools too. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's where the real battle is going to be, I think. And yeah, 100% don't go make bootleg Tom Cruise movies. But also, like, how do you stop that? Because somebody's going to do it. Even if ByteDance doesn't do it, somebody's going to come up with their own model you can run on your desktop that could do it.
Yeah.
And then what? But so ByteDance said, we'll talk about ByteDance and we'll wrap it up here. They said the model represents a substantial leap in generation quality since the previous version of videos generated by the service, notably of Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, have gone viral. And they said they're talking about OpenAI released Sora 2 last fall. They said OpenAI needs to take immediate and decisive action to address the issue. They've put guardrails on it. I know Google has put guardrails on their stuff too because Disney's coming after them. But yeah, I mean, it's everything is going to change. But the exciting thing is I think in the right hands, you're going to have a lot more cool stuff get made because you don't have those gatekeepers. But that's what they're afraid of.
But they're not going to have the gatekeepers, but they're still going to pick gates in play.
Yeah, it's just going to be a different kind of gate, I guess. But where there's a will, there's a way. So we're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.